What's up, y'all? Good morning. It's Wednesday. Well, I said good morning. It is 12:49 p.m. So now morning. I have been doing things this morning. My sister and I are working on this two-pager for this animated project that we would love to begin developing underneath our Sony deal. And so we sort of have to put together like a short document that like outlines or explains the idea for the show. And then they'll either say, yeah, like go off, develop that, do more documents. Eventually you'll get to a pitch stage and then you'll pitch the show. Or they'll say, I don't know about this idea right now, or this idea doesn't work for Sony, or this idea isn't working, or the genre isn't working within the marketplace right now, and so maybe you should focus on other things. So we are trying to get it to the development stage with our Sony execs, but it's one that we're really, really excited about and that we really, really like. So hopefully this two-pager can capture that excitement and obviously our vision for the show. And so I worked a little bit on that. I'm going to work on it more for like the next hour or so. It's almost 1 p.m. now, and then at 2 p.m. I have a meeting with an actor. This is for a movie that was submitted to me for my consideration to direct, and I dug it, but then also had like some thoughts, and I was like, oh, we can work on character more, we can work on story more, like within the script, even though I didn't write the script. And so today is about talking to the lead actor who is attached. He is a pretty significant actor, pretty big actor, Emmy nominee, Oscar nominee, all those things. Meetings with actors are usually, it depends, right? Like if they don't know anything about your story, like if you're pitching them a fresh story, a fresh script idea, then they need to know like the full picture, right? But this actor has been involved with this project for a long time, like way before I even came on, or way before they considered me to direct the project. And so they know the story, they know it really well. And so I'm thinking that this actors meeting is going to be focused. My agents are calling me, so one moment. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Annie.
Good. Are you with Adana? Should we try her?
Oh, yeah, we should try her. We're not together.
Okay. I have a new assistant, so bear with us.
Sorry, Annie. Hank is calling me again because I see UCA, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
We're going to get there.
Yeah, no problem.
Hold on. Let me hang up and we'll try you back. Hold on.
Okay. My agent has a new assistant, so it looks like he's still learning the ropes, which is fine. There's a learning curve, a bit of a learning curve sometimes, so I'm not bothered by it. And I think it's weird when people are bothered by people learning, so, or like getting their sea legs and stuff like that. So anyway, they're gonna call me back. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I think this discussion with this actor is going to be largely focused on his specific character. Like he's very familiar with the world and the story and all of that stuff. He signed on to the project, and so he knows more about it.
Keep that in mind. But I spoke to the book agent yesterday, and she was kind of shocked that conversations didn't progress with.
Yeah, I mean, I think we assumed that we were writing it.
Yeah.
I think now it would be, because we obviously really love the source material, but I think now it would be wholly conditional upon whether or not we like the draft of the script.
Yeah. So
who wrote the draft that we read originally?
We want to be able to tell her like, hey, this is the capacity with which we would be working on this project, and we know that now we know that we won't be writing it, and we don't even know.
It'll be harder. It'll be hard to speak to our vision for it without us being the writers and without seeing a draft, so we can't really speak to it otherwise, you know?
All right, so I'm back. What I was saying was that I'll probably just talk to this actor primarily about his character and the arc of his character. I assume that he has his own thoughts and adjustments he would like to make to his character and thus the script as a whole. But yeah, that is what's going on today. I think that is the only meeting that I have today. Let me check, because don't let me get to lying. Yes, so that is the only meeting that I have today. But I also have an event to go to. So I'm part of the DGA, the Directors Guild of America, and they are having this little event tonight. It's called the Episodic TV Directors Night. And I'm not sure if it's just like a networking thing. It's like, hey, we're all in the DGA. We should all know each other a little better. Or if it's for something very, very specific. But It's like, I think, a pretty casual cocktails and then dinner situation. There might be some guest speakers or what have you. I wasn't allowed to bring a guest, so I'll be going solo because my sister isn't a director. She doesn't direct. So I'm the only one in our partnership who is in the DGA. So I'll be like changing my outfit, all of that stuff, and making myself look a little cuter. But yeah, so that is what's going on for the day. I still want to get some work done on this 2-pager for that animated series that we want to begin developing. And honestly, I should watch down the vlog that I need to post this week, Thursday or Friday. I still haven't landed on a concrete schedule. I just try to get it out between Thursday and Saturday. So I'm really aiming for Thursdays, and I'm hoping that I can start to stick to that schedule. But you know, sometimes everyone knows that life gets in the way sometimes, and this isn't my job, right? This isn't my full-time job, and I'm not doing it with the intentions of this becoming my full-time job. I love my full-time job. I'm already working in my passion. So yeah, but I am going to try to be consistent because I think it's important. I know that I like YouTubers who have consistency, so I'm trying to get there. I'll get there, y'all, I promise. So anyway, it is 1:04 now. Just got off of a call with my film agent who wanted to talk to us about a meeting that we have tomorrow with another actor, another quite popular actor. She was in a huge movie within, like, I guess I should, within the Marvel universe, I suppose. Anyway, she was in a huge movie, and we want to chat. We've chatted before. We've like had a Zoom meeting with her before, but we want to check in again because I think we as in me, my sister, and this actor, we're all like dying to work with each other. And so we're just checking in to be like, hey, has anything popped up on your end? Is anything interesting to you right now? We are very interested in her for a very specific project, but I think it's based off of a book, and I think the rights to that book are leaving the place that it was at. And so it's a conversation now about, are we going to try to acquire the rights to that book, or do we let it land somewhere and then try to work with the person that it lands with, because we're free to work wherever we want to work in movies and film. But we also just got word that the author of the book wants to, and this is what my agent was really calling about, is that the author of the book would prefer to write the script herself. So that sort of throws a little bit of a wrench into things, because my sister and I, you know, we're engaging with the idea that we would write it and then I would direct it. And it's not that I wouldn't still direct it. It's just that now it sort of like edges my sister out of the project in a way that I don't know that I love. But also now with speaking to this actor tomorrow, we can't really come in with like, this is our vision for the project, this is how we would approach it, because we wouldn't be writing it now. And we haven't read this. The author of the book is going to write the next draft of the script. It's already been through some revisions with, I think, some other writers. And so we haven't read her draft. And so we can't even come in with our vision with what the movie would be based off of her draft. So it's going to be a little interesting to see how this conversation tomorrow goes. But we still have a lot to talk about. We all still really dig each other, so it should be fine. It just might not be this project anymore. So anyway, I've just been babbling and rambling. I need to go do some work. I have like a little less than an hour now to get some work in before I have my meeting today with an actor, and then I got to get myself ready for this, you know, TV episodic directors night. I'm flying out again tomorrow. I'm traveling again tomorrow evening. And so at some point I would love to at least lay out my clothes for packing, and then maybe in the morning or something, I can like put everything in my bags and my suitcase. So, not hectic day, but I'm hoping that I can get everything accomplished that I need to. Okay. So gonna head upstairs, get back into the office and get to work.
Something that the original investigators found was when Lloyd Rose wrote a letter to his wife announcing to the family that he was going to be arrested for the murder of Kathy Hackle. This is right after the disappearance. This is right after the disappearance.
What's up, y'all? Okay, so I just got done with my actors meeting and it went really, really well. This actor was super dope, super cool, extremely thoughtful, like came to the table wanting to talk about the story as a whole and not just his character. Which isn't always the case, but I think that he initially came onto the project as someone who was going to act and produce. And so he was definitely, I think, had his producer hat on, his producer brain going. And it was a really cool and stimulating conversation. We're definitely both on the same page about, you know, how much potential that this script and this story has, but then also the work that very much needs to be done in order to get it to a place where we're both like into actually making this. And the conversation ended with him essentially saying that he really, really liked what I had to say, that he thinks the vision and the thoughts that I have for the project are great. And so I guess it's on to the next steps. The producer who is attached to the project and then also who was on the call said that he was going to sync up with the streamer that this movie would be on and then see what next steps are. I think next steps will definitely need to be a pass at the script. Like I would take a creative writer director's pass at this script. And then I guess it'll just be like rounds of notes and stuff like that from this actor, from producers, from the studio / network. And hopefully we make a movie. But you know, these are things that happen not infrequently, especially once you're embedded into the industry. And so, you know, sometimes you get to a certain point, sometimes you get very far down the pipeline and the shit still don't happen. So but I'm not saying that that's going to happen with this project. In fact, I feel pretty good about this project and it feels like there's some real momentum behind it. So stay tuned. I'll keep you posted on how things progress with this one. But on to the next line of business for this evening. I'm going to pick out my outfit for this episodic television director's night that the DGA is putting on. I think I'm going to go for an elevated casual look. It's probably going to be denim on denim again. It's just really, really easy. And I know I can elevate it with, you know, a nice makeup look, a little pop of lip, cute shoes, and some jewelry stacks. And I might actually make it like dark denim just so that it feels more like evening wear. Not evening wear, but it just feels like it's more appropriate for the evening to make it settle. But to be honest, y'all, I'm always like far more dressed and or overdressed than a lot of the folks in these spaces. And that's just kind of is what it is. I just think that LA has a more casual style or like vibe to it. So people just don't dress up as much as I have been used to coming from Atlanta. They don't dress up as much as people in New York dress up. And so it is what it is. It's great for some people. It's not bad for me. I can run the style and fashion gambit, if you will. But, you know, usually I am like a little more dressed than a lot of people in these spaces, which is fine. It works for me. And I also think that, you know, once you start really getting into like the artists, fashion is oftentimes not on their brains in the same way, which feels contradictory a lot of the times to me because fashion to me is an artistic expression, but people have artistic expressions in various ways and don't connect with other types of art also. So, you know, it is what it is. But a lot of times writers and directors are just not as focused on fashion as I tend to be. And I also happen to be a writer or director. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for some dark denim on denim, some like cute, maybe pointed toe flats to go with it. A cute little bag or maybe a little girly bag, girlier makeup. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with my hair. Like I might just wear it like this, but I kind of want to put it up. But I've been struggling figuring out how to wear updos with the shorter braids. I really like the short ones, but doing like an updo bun situation doesn't quite work with the length. So yeah, we'll figure out what's going on with the hair. It'll also be highly dependent on how much time I got. And usually I'm running behind, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I'm gonna pick out the outfit and then get myself ready. And then by the time it's about time to leave, I'll check back in with the whole outfit fit. And I will likely get some footage on my phone, because y'all know how I do, once I'm out and about. Okay, let me get into it. All right, y'all, I am ready for this TV director's episodic DGA night. And I need to run out because it's 5:10. It's gonna take me, last I checked, 58 minutes to get there. So I should bounce because everything starts, I think cocktails start at 6:30 and then dinner starts at 7. I don't want to be 30 minutes behind on this one. So I'm gonna rush out, but I'm gonna do a little fit check before I head out for this little director's night. All right, y'all, so this is the fit. I just have on this sort of like oversized charcoal denim jacket that I'm wearing as like an oversized shirt. I love the fit of this. And yeah, so it's serving as my shirt. I have on just a black turtleneck underneath because it's going to get cooler tonight. I've thrown on this lime green bag from Mozeni. I think that's how you pronounce it. Another black owned brand. And then just some like black wide leg jeans. And then on the feet, some cutie pointed toe flats with like this buckle detail on them. And like some, here we go, get a little closer. And some floral printed socks. So yeah, that is the fit for today, y'all. Just gonna back up some. Get the whole thing, maybe. Yep, that's the fit. Let's get into the jewelry. So just did a little bit of a makeup look, like nothing too crazy, but it definitely I think still elevates the outfit and the casualness of some of the elements of the outfit, like the denim jacket. But jewelry, I just have on these glass earrings that I got I think yesterday from Marshall's. I wasn't even going in there to get any jewelry, but when I saw these, I was like, yeah, these makes sense to me. Look how gorgeous they are. And then just regular studs in my second hole. I have this ear cuff in right here. And then obviously just my emerald ear piercing that I always wear. Necklaces, a little bit of a layer situation, nothing too crazy. This Coach lock necklace, this pinky one, which I love that it's pink. It's a little more feminine, a little more girly. Another Coach necklace down here with these little bangles on this necklace. And then underneath here, there's like this thicker rope chain. And then ring situation, I have this sort of dangly chain ring on, just a regular ring in the middle finger, and then this thick gold ring on my forefinger. And then obviously y'all know the engagement ring situation over here. So yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for this event. I'm not always super excited to go out, and the DGA hasn't been like super social in my experience, or I feel like I'm talking to and with the WGA so much more than the DGA. Maybe that's because we went on strike a couple years ago. But anyway, I'm very interested to get to know some more directors, see what people are working on, see how directors actually feel about the Directors Guild. I've never been to like a DGA event before. And yeah, it'll be just a cutie night out, solo night out. So I will check in probably like at the event. So talk to y'all soon. Oh, I forgot to mention that I threw on this pearl, what is this, like this pearl hairpin, just to keep my hair sort of like tucked back behind my ear here, because that's how I like it and I don't want it to move. But also it's just cute. It's just like, I like all of the jewelry situation like being clustered around in one area, you know? All right, anyway, let me bounce. So y'all, I am in the car. Originally, it said, when I checked my GPS earlier today, it said it was going to take me 56 minutes to get there. Now it's telling me 102 minutes. No, sorry. Now it's telling me an hour and 2 minutes to get there. So, it still says that oh, wait, the time just went down. Okay, it's saying that I'm gonna get there at like 6:13 now, which is, you know, it starts at 6:30. I'm definitely not trying to be the first one in there. So I did bring a book with me to sort of like sit in the car and read to kill a little bit of time. Like maybe I get in there around like 6:35, 6:40. But yeah, should be interesting. But man, LA traffic is not a joke. It is not a joke. So traffic was bad, but I finally, maybe not that bad. It eased up, I'll say that, it eased up. But I finally arrived at DGA headquarters in LA, and I was ready to get the party started, y'all. It was honestly a really, really good time. They had good drinks, little appetizers, right before they officially started the main event for the evening. And during this part, I just sort of mingled and met new people. And I'm going to be talking over these pictures of me in the bathroom looking at my outfit, but I met another director who has worked on a bunch of cool stuff like the Vince Staples Show and Random Act of Flyness, and he's black and he knows Daniel. So we kind of linked up the whole night and we sat at the same table. And what ended up going down at this mixer was that our DGA president was talking to us about sort of like the state of the industry, and things are a little rough right now, or very rough, but also how things can get better. She's also stepping down, and so we'll be voting for a new DGA president pretty soon. But honestly, it was such a great night of kinship, and I was really invigorated to be a director. Anyway, then it was time for me to get my butt home. I was exhausted from mingling and socializing. But overall, y'all, it was a really, really good night. I had a really good time, and so I plan on doing another one of these or other DGA events for sure. So let me know if y'all are interested in seeing as much as I can show. I'm also in the WGA, so let me know if you're interested in seeing that stuff too. Down to share what I can. Obviously, I cannot share everything. Yeah, proud to be part of this industry, proud to be in the DGA, and I will catch y'all in the next one. See ya.